Hey, I'm live again with y'all today. Well, I just thought I'd come and talk and had an election last night. I thought it went pretty well, except for two states. Two states always has problems. That's in Arizona and Pennsylvania. Strangely, we didn't have no problems out of Florida. Usually they're in the mess of things. Uh, was not a red wave like they thought. However, I did see a lot of different changes. Florida is a red state now, or at least this election it was. But it definitely would have to be since everybody's leaving New York and Los Angeles and moving out there and into Texas. That to me that was no surprise. A lot of people acted like they were surprised, but when the state gets bigger, it's bound to change. Not only that, but you had the Democrats playing off to the Latin people and even calling them breakfast tacos. And that came from the wife of our sitting president. If the Republicans do take the House, and it looks like it is, it's not out of out of reach yet. Senate might go back. I could probably see it going 50-50 again. And that just shows how America has got this side that likes the Republicans and this side that likes the Democrats. I knew the red wave was gone when the Supreme Court did away with Roe v. Wade. I do not agree with abortion, except maybe because of a mother's endangerment. And even then, you got to prove to me that she's going to be in danger. I see it nowadays as you made a mistake, and it's the best way to get rid of the mistake. But I'm not here to argue that. You have your feelings for it, I have mine. We can talk about it, but I'm not going to change my mind. You're not going to change your mind. I'm going to let the Lord figure it figure it all out when He finally gets back down here. Uh, to be honest with you, I do not like either party. If you've read any of my stuff on the net, you know I think both parties is evil personified, evil incarnate. I think that they are only out for themselves. They claw and they scratch to stay in the power, and they do not care about anything about us. And if you think they do, you're as crazy as they are. They want control of your mind, body, and spirit. And unfortunately, we created this monster. And George Washington himself warned us about political parties. He said, do not allow political parties to become part of the American nature. He saw it when we had just the Federalists and the Democratic Republican parties. However, we didn't listen to him about that, and he told us to stay out of treaties, and we sure didn't pay attention to that. It's got us into two world wars, about to get us into a third one, and a few side wars. Uh, so, to be honest with you, I didn't care what was going to happen last night. I knew about what was going to happen. I knew we weren't going to see the wave. I knew that abortion was going to play an important role in the election. Not only that, but you also had Republicans peaking way too soon. It's like in baseball. The Dodgers should have been Dodgers Astros. Dodgers and the Astros had the two best records, but the Dodgers peaked too soon, and Philadelphia peaked at the right time. Uh, Peaking is very important because then you climb up the hill. You look down the hill, and it's a long way down. And Republicans found that out last night. The third reason why we didn't have the big wave is, as I said before, moving. People move. They don't like where they're living. They don't feel safe in California. They don't feel safe in New York. They don't feel safe in a lot of states that are blue. And I'm not saying anything against blue states. I'm really not. I'm just stating fact. And they're going to come down to Texas, to Florida, and any other place that they feel safe. I will say this: if you come down here, leave your politics up there. Don't come mess with our politics. Uh, and that goes for all of you Hollywood people and all of you people that come down here to stump for Beto. And like I say, you just pay attention to your races and let us pay attention to our races. Speaking of Beto, he had to be one of the three biggest losers last night. He didn't make it. He didn't make it to the Senate. Ted Cruz beat him. He didn't make it to the presidency. He dropped out. Had to drop out. Now he ran for the governorship, and Abbott beat him. Now, if I'm looking at the way things are going, he hadn't tried for the House yet. As a friend of mine said on one of the posts he posted, he's not even sure he's fit to be dog catcher. Never said, told me to let you know, Beto, that Russia may hire you. Uh, I didn't think Beto was going to go anywhere with that, to be honest with you. I think we are seeing Abbott burnout, though. I think Abbott should consider stepping down after this term is over and let somebody else step up. We got several good ones. We got several good ones in the wings. Um, as far as how the government's going to change, it's not going to change. It's going to be a fight because Republicans want to do it one way and the Democrats want to do it one way, the other way, and it's not going to change. They're just going to keep on doing the same thing, and we're going to be paying high prices, and we're going to keep paying uh, high gas, and we're going to complain about it for the next 2 years. And then when the election rolls around, instead of doing something about it, we're going to do what we always do. We're going to vote the same party, the same idiots to get back in office. And you know what we're going to do the next 2 years after the next election? We're going to complain about it, and then there'll be another election, and we'll elect the same idiots again. Because people don't learn. There'll be a few that changes their votes because of all of this stuff. But on the whole, people are going to vote Democrat because they were raised Democrat. People are going to vote Republican because they were born Republican. You very rarely switch. And that's why it's so hard for there to be a wave on either side. I America's on a downhill slide. America's not going to be around much longer. I'm hoping America lasts until I'm gone, at least. And maybe one more generation. Then after that, I don't know about, instead of asking what we can do for the government, now we ask what the government can do for us. That's not right. You can't get good people to run anymore because of the media. The media is crucifying anybody that decides to run, especially if the political party says you're not worthy to run, then the media is going to be out to destroy you. That's why we can't get good people to run. That's why we got idiots running. The bottom of the barrel, the scum buckets. But just like I say, you people want to vote for them, that's fine. I will keep voting for who I think is going to be doing the best job. Thank you, and I'll see you next time I see you.